All right, today we're diving into a tool that is seriously poised to change how you think about spreadsheets. I mean, forever. We're talking about getting rid of those complex formulas, the hours spent cleaning data. We're talking about Claude for Excel, your new AI partner in crime. You know the feeling, right? We have all been there. You click open a file, and it's just this endless grid of cells that stretches out to the horizon. It's that moment of pure overwhelm before you've even typed a single thing.
And yeah, it's not just about the size. It's the data itself. It's messy. It's inconsistent. It's seeing that dreaded #ref error pop up and having no idea why. Or maybe the worst of all, inheriting some 20-tab monster file from a coworker who left years ago and, of course, left zero documentation. This is a struggle that everyone, from students to top-tier financial analysts, knows all too well.
But what if there was a completely new way to handle all that? And look, this isn't just another add-on or a new button on the ribbon. We're talking about a fundamental shift in how you work. It's about having a true AI partner built right into the software you're already using every single day. So what exactly is it?
Well, try to think of it less like a chatbot you ask questions to and more like a brain that actually lives inside your spreadsheet. Claude for Excel is a native reasoning engine. That means it doesn't just see the numbers in the cells, it actually understands the logic that connects everything. It can trace formulas across multiple tabs to get a complete picture of your entire workbook.
Let's just put this side by side to see what a huge difference this makes. You know the old way, right? Manually typing out formulas like trim or proper, or maybe spending an hour in Power Query, painstakingly building out a step-by-step cleaning process. The new way? You just talk to it. You describe what you want in plain English, and Claude takes care of the transformation right there, instantly. Now, to really get why this is so cool, you have to understand its 3 core superpowers. First up is deep reasoning. It can see a final number on your summary tab and trace it all the way back through every single calculation to the exact input cell it came from. Second, formula synthesis. You just give it the goal, the vibe of what you want, and it writes the crazy complex index match or XLOOKUP formula for you. And third, and this is huge, is safe data editing. It knows how one little change can cause a ripple effect, so it preserves all those dependencies and highlights every single modification it makes for you to review. Okay, enough with the theory. It all sounds great, but let's see how this thing actually performs in the wild. Let's look at a couple of real-world examples that really take us from total mess to pure magic. First up, we have a problem that I guarantee every single person watching this has dealt with: cleaning up messy data. You know, stuff you've exported from another system, or maybe some raw survey results. Okay, so here's our before picture. Just look at this chaos. We've got inconsistent dates, names in all sorts of lowercase and mixed case formats, junk email addresses, you know the drill. Cleaning this up manually would be incredibly tedious and just begging for errors. And now, the magic wand. Look at this prompt. The user isn't telling Excel how to fix it step by step. They're just describing the final result they want in plain, simple English. This right here is the fundamental shift. You describe the what, and you let the AI figure out the how. And boom! Here's the result. In literally seconds, the entire table is cleaned up, it's standardized, and it's ready for analysis. No fighting with formulas, no manual editing, just one prompt. This is a game changer. Okay, that was impressive for data cleaning, but let's really crank up the difficulty. What about building a professional financial model from scratch? You know, the kind of thing an analyst would normally spend hours, maybe even days putting together. So look at this prompt. The user is describing their business. They're giving Claude a role to play, explaining the company's product lines, their average order values, their growth projections, their margins. Notice what they're not saying. There's no mention of cell A1 or sheet 2, cell B2. They're just talking about their business needs. And the result is frankly incredible. It's a fully functional, professional-grade financial model. It's got a separate, clearly labeled Assumptions tab that feeds into a Calculations tab. All the formulas are dynamic. They reference everything correctly. It even built a chart. This entire complex structure was created from a single descriptive request. Wow. So at this point, you're probably thinking, okay, I'm sold. How do I get my hands on this? Well, the really good news is you can be up and running in like under a minute. It really is just 3 simple steps. First, inside Excel, you go to Add-ins and search for Claude on the Microsoft Marketplace. Super easy. Second, once it's installed, you just sign in with your paid Claude account. And third, you're good to go. Just use the keyboard shortcut. That's Control-Alt-C on Windows or Control-Option-C on a Mac to pop open the sidebar whenever you need help. Now, as amazing and powerful as this all is, we really need to take a step back and have an honest conversation. This is still a beta tool, and it is incredibly important to understand the rules of the road and the risks involved. So let's just ask the big question right out of the gate. Is it perfect? And the short answer is no, not yet. Like any powerful new tool, you absolutely have to know its limitations to use it safely and effectively. First off, let's talk about access. Right now, Claude for Excel is in beta, and it's available to all paid subscribers. That means anyone on the Pro, Max, Team, or Enterprise plans. Now, let's get into the technical limitations because there are some really important ones here. It cannot read, write, or modify VBA macros at all. It also can't do basic things like open, close, or create new files for you. That's still on you. And this one is critical. Your chat history is not saved. The second you close and reopen that file, you're starting a brand new conversation from scratch. And for any big businesses out there, just know it's not yet part of enterprise audit logs. Okay. This next point is so critical, it gets its own slide. We have to talk about something called prompt injection. The simplest way to think about it is like a hidden malicious command written inside a spreadsheet. A bad file could trick the AI into sending your sensitive data to some external website without you even knowing it happened. So the rule here is dead simple. Only use Claude with spreadsheets you 100% trust. Never, ever run it on a random file you just downloaded from the internet. And finally, just remember, this is a cloud service. And like any cloud service, it can have outages. Users on platforms like Reddit have reported real-world cases where the service was just down. So always have a backup plan, and don't bet your most critical last-minute deadline on it being available 100% of the time. All right, so with all those important caveats out of the way, let's zoom back out and look at the big picture. Because what we are truly looking at here is more than just a slick new tool. It's a whole new paradigm for working with data. You see, the whole paradigm is shifting under our feet. For decades, our job has been to manually build spreadsheets. We had to meticulously craft every single formula, structure every table, link every cell. We're now moving into an era where our job is to direct the spreadsheet. We provide the high-level strategy, the business context, and the end goal, and the AI handles the low-level construction. And that's our deep dive into Claude for Excel. Hey, if you found this explainer helpful, it would mean the world to us if you hit that subscribe button. We're on a mission to reach our first 1,000 subscribers, and honestly, every single click helps us make more content just like this. Your support is hugely appreciated. So I'll just leave you with this final thought. For so many years, the complexity of Excel itself has been the bottleneck. But now, if your spreadsheet can actually reason, if it can understand your goals directly, what new, bigger, more interesting problems are you going to solve? Thanks for watching.